What's going on, Motivator family? It's your boy Motivator Carter coming to you with a new Motivation Live. Today's Motivation Live will be joined by my dear friend, Mary Angel. I'm about to send her an invite right now. Going live with Mary Angel. There we go.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Feeling happy about this. Oof. So I could tell you just came back from the gym.
Yes.
That's good. How what did you do? What did you work on today?
Legs.
My least favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I can do leg days, but it's my least favorite because I don't like walking around feeling like I'm walking on jelly.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. Hard work.
Oh yeah, and then no mention I have to walk around all day too, so that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh well. So we talked about this earlier today about what we was going to discuss. As for anyone who's joined who don't know who I am Tyreek Carter. All my friends call me Ty, or they call me Motivated Carter. I am 25, currently in the Marine Reserves. I graduated college a year ago with a criminal justice degree. This is what I do on the side because I'm trying to build myself up. Currently, I'm in the Marine Reserves until next month. And I am currently writing a book right now. It's almost done. I'm going to publish it when I get out because I'm not done yet. What's up, Xavier? We do not call you Carter. Well, some people do, Xavier. Any rate, yeah, it's basically a sum up about who I am. I'll let you introduce yourself, Coach Angel.
Yes. Congratulations on your book and all your
You,
accomplishments and all the things you got going on.
Xavier. That's for you, Xavier. Thank you.
Hello. A little bit about me. I am 31. I am from Venezuela. I'm currently in Florida. And I have 8 little babies. I'm a mom of 3, 6, 4, and 1. I'm also an entrepreneur. I do network marketing. And I do health coaching around my network marketing business. I also do fit camp, so I do workouts where we teach mind, body, and spirit when we're working all aspects, not just getting a workout in, but working that mindset, breathing work, listening to our thoughts, connecting with our bodies little by little. And then we do those once a week, and then people can those into their everyday lives. So that's the goal here.
I love it. And what part of Venezuela are you from?
Venezuela, Maracaibo.
Oof, I never heard
Yeah,
that one.
Maracaibo,
I'm on
very
you.
hot,
I'm on
hot,
you.
hot.
Spot.
Hot city, super hot,
Like how hot does it get?
hotter than here, super hot, hot and dry, like Vegas, like that.
So where people complain about the heat in Florida, you'd be like, I'm from a place way hotter than this, so there's nothing to talk about.
And we have no beaches either, so it's not like here. At least anywhere we're here in Florida, anywhere you go, like you're 30 minutes from a beach. So anyway, or a pool over there, like you don't really have those things, like
Okay, that's really sweet.
Yep.
A mom of three and you're 31. I tell
Yeah.
you, I tell you, you look younger than 31, and I mean that as a compliment.
That's a good compliment.
Right? You don't look 31, and you a mom of three, so that's very nice. That's very sweet. No, you say wait, because we were talking about this earlier. You said your specialty is helping out women who just give birth.
Yes, I love helping out postpartum moms. I currently have
Mm-hmm.
2 postpartum moms in my program. And I love for them just to tell me, like one of my recent testimonies was her story was she came up to me, she said, Rangel, I finally feel more comfortable looking at myself in a picture. Like that's what it's all about achieving this perfect body or this perfect look. No, it's about us being comfortable in who we are, wearing what we want to wear, not what we have to wear, or looking in the mirror and being good. Like I'm putting in that work and I see the results. So what I do is helping women because sometimes we can be in the gym. Like I've been working out since I was 16 and I was
Mm-hmm.
never really happy with my results. Like I never really saw results. And so I had to change different things. So that's where I come in and I'm able to like take a look at everybody's, your schedule, your eating habits, what you're doing. And then I'm like, okay, maybe we can turn this or maybe we can change that. Nutrition is pretty much everything. Nutrition is 80% of the game. 80% of the game is nutrition. If you can get that nutrition right, most likely, even if you don't work out, you're going to be healthier. And it's not about the body. It's about your insides, your energy level.
Right. I love that because I can tell you right now, when I was in Latvia, like they don't like when I was in Latvia for my military exercise, they don't really do workouts like we do, but because they eat healthier and almost half their food there is natural, they're more fitter than half of us here. So when a guy racing one of them once, like here I am, I'm thinking, okay, I'm a pretty fast runner, but this guy just just dusted me. I'm like, what is the secret? Oh, just natural food. So yeah, you're right. It is all about just being that. It's all about natural. Your nutrition. You may never work out, but if you eat right and you do right, you're gonna look fit and healthy. And this guy proved a point. So I wish you would have met him. He was a cool dude.
Yes, that's nice. That's true.
You know what? And like I said, my sister-in-law gave birth 6 months ago. I'll definitely show her your page, and you and her can go from there because she's working out right now and trying to get back to her weight she was before she got pregnant. So I think you can be a good beneficial help for her.
Yeah, for sure. And I do 21-day challenges, so that's one of my main things that I do is where we take a video, day 1, day 21, we measure where we are. And everybody has a different journey. Everybody is in a different place and different things that they're struggling with. Some people need more of that mindset. Like if you're not even going to the gym, working out, you have to start with little habits of putting your gym out clothes, your gym clothes out and the night before, getting prepared, working on that preparation and changing that mindset. If we think we can't do it, we're not going to do it. The moment that we say, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. It's that, the mindset behind everything.
Right. And that's the mindset I'm trying to develop because I tell you, last weekend was the first time I went to an actual gym in so long. Because like as I explained to you earlier, and as everyone's gonna know, I'm not really too fond of being inside one because I be thinking, okay, what's people gonna perceive of me when I walk in there? Because I'm not as big and buff as half of them in there, and then I'm like, oh my god, somebody gonna make fun of me, somebody gonna give me a hard time, and like and as you told me earlier, instead of just focusing on everyone, just focus on what you want to do because you know why you're going to the gym, and you're very right. That's probably why I should go to the gym or just focus on what I want, which is I just want to look a little more leaner and buffer than what I actually am.
Yes. Focus on you and everybody. I think everybody, I read the book, The 4 Agreements, because doing network marketing is a people business. And I come from not really pretty much having social anxiety. Like I didn't want to be out. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't like the settings of clubs. Like it was just never mine. Like I got very anxious around that.
Right.
And coming into a network marketing, I understood those were barriers I had to break. I have to speak to people. I have to invite people. Like the people business.
Mm-hmm.
So the 4 Agreement, that's a very short book, nice and sweet. I think I have it back here in my library. Maybe. I have a little library back there.
That's good.
And trying to make time to read. But that book really helped me. If I don't sit down to read, I do the audiobook. So that's a game changer too. And you can find them free on YouTube also. But the 4 Agreements, that book really helps you just to like release yourself of other people's opinions. And what they're saying is like everybody's in their own story. Like I'm my main character, you're your main character. Everybody is thinking about themselves. How does my hair look? How do I look? What does she think about me? So when we break out of that, like nobody, like I don't think about what anybody else is thinking about me. Like now with that mindset. And before maybe I would consider that, but now it's like no, like more of serving. Like I have something I can help you with. Or even a smile. I can give you a smile. I can make eye contact with you. In the moment that I do make contact with that person, if they tell me like, oh, if I say, hi, how are you? I'm okay. Right away, that's the door for me. I'm like, why? What's wrong?
Right.
Because we just never know what people are dealing with. And that's the reality that most people, if they're upset, if they're treating you bad, they're hurting. If they're hurting you, they're hurting themselves.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm right on the same boat with you because I was bullied growing up badly. So like my thing was I used to not want to talk to people at all. Like being in the military taught me, okay, you know what, break that little barriers, start being a little more open because you're in the military, you gotta communicate, you gotta be as a team. But I still wasn't like, even when I went in, earned my title and all that stuff, I still wasn't at that point in my life where I was like, you know what, I want to be a social butterfly, I want to talk to people. It was this job I worked and me doing motivational live. it's what got me more and more and more speaking to people, because I'm like, you know what? I gotta talk to people. If I want to be a motivational speaker, I gotta get used to talking to people. And, I gotta get used to speaking to people out there, and just like I do here, I gotta talk to people out there. And then my job I work at, I saw a whole new perspective when I'm talking to people, and people are gravitating towards me. And I'm getting comments, saying that, oh, you're a likable guy. I like your work ethic and all that. And I just started seeing a whole new perspective than what I've been seeing, because like I said, my mind was there was somebody in the tunnel. It was everybody got something against you. They're going to try to stop you. But now I've opened up a little bit. I see light in the tunnel. I see people really gravitate towards you when you actually open up and talk to them, because you never know. That person might become either your best friend, or they might become your biggest hype person.
Yes.
Me, the people I work with, they like to hype me up badly. I mean not bad, like oh, they're gonna do something stupid. Like they like to hype me up to the point where they want to keep reminding me that they like having me around.
Yes.
And that's why I love doing what I do right now.
That's good. Yep.
Thank you.
Very good.
And for you, and remember how we were talking earlier, how you said, you used to wear shades and you want to look at nobody in the eye, and I told you that I was the same way? Me, I still wear my shades, not because, I don't want to look in the eye. Like I said, it's to keep mosquitoes and sun out of my eye. But now, whenever someone calls me over and wants to talk to me, I do the due diligence of taking my shades off so they can understand I'm looking right at you.
Yeah.
Because I learned not too long ago that it's respectful to take your shades off and look at someone in the eye, because it shows them that respect.
Yeah. And most people, some people won't look at you in the eyes, And I think that's very important. Like, just maybe they're not taught that. Maybe there's insecurities that they're dealing with, most likely. And, it's very important that we are looking. I try to do my best to look at people's eyes, make eye contact when I'm speaking to them. Also, the way that we walk, picking up your posture, like that talks about you. Like, I have this idea of having a crown. Like, if I let my head down, my shoulders down, like I can't hold my crown up. So I have to be up. I carry myself in this way, like for myself, not for other people, but for myself, But it did come from, not from a place of always being like this. It came from a place of being tired, of being sick and tired, and things had to change. And I understood that if I wanted different, I had to become different. If I wanted change, I had to change.
Right. And like I said, you're not no different than I am, because you want to hear something funny? A lot of people have been asking me, have you grown taller lately? I'm
Yes.
like, what? What do you mean? This is my height. They said, no, you're way taller than what you look. I guess because when you said, okay, you walk around with your shoulders down, your head down, that's probably why I look much shorter than what I was. But now, because like I said, because what I do and the fact that I'm more confident in what I used to be, now I walk more taller than what I usually am, and probably now people are saying, okay, I'm much more taller than what I actually appear, because I don't keep my head down no more. I don't hang my head down no more. So I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, no, this is probably always been my height. I just never kept my head up because I was always worried about what people would say. But now, because I'm at peace with myself, I'm at peace with all, with the negatives I had to deal with and all the positives I'm dealing with. Now I'm walking tall, and now I don't care no more. Because,
Yeah.
like, I picture myself like a ship, and I picture everything else like water. Water doesn't sink a ship from the outside. It sinks it if you get on the inside. Now, if I let it all get on the inside of me, I'm gonna sink and fall.
Yeah.
But if I keep it on the outside, I can keep sailing and keep sailing through this thing we call life.
Yes.
And I can conquer obstacles. I can conquer my journey. I can reach my goals and beyond.
That's right.
And that's why I do what I do. I want people to see that life is water. Keep it on the outside, and you don't let it get on the inside of you. You want to make it. Just keep sailing and keep pushing, and you're gonna conquer anything that you might have thought was impossible at the time.
Yeah. I always tell myself that. I said, just ride the waves. Life is like this, like waves. And
Right.
we're constantly fighting those changes, fighting the waves. Like, and I think also, like, piggyback on that, like being on our posture, I think a lot of that also comes from, everything is our mind. So this is the computers that's driving our body. So if we are maybe full of self-pity or sadness, loneliness, depression, like that manifests
Right.
in our body, and it's so sad to see that. And I just want anybody out there like that's dealing with stuff like that, like there is a way out. Like, it's not always like that. And for me personally, it was in my relationship with Christ was, I took his word for what it is, and I believed that little by little, going through pain, going through heartbreaks, like understanding, like, and I remember one day just like walking around, but I already had a relationship with him. And I remember just like with my head down, my shoulders down, like I felt so bad, and I remember him just in my heart telling me, like, pick up your head, pick up your shoulders, even if you don't feel like it, just do it. And then you will start motioning into that. So we have to be somebody that we're not at the moment, even if we don't feel like it. Even if we don't have the body, like, that we want, we still keep showing up to the gym. Even if we're
Right.
not doing what we want to be doing, we still keep showing up as that person that's already doing it.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one. Because, as I said, because I have a better relationship with God and Jesus than I used to, that's why I was able to make peace at this point. Because, as I always tell people, you know what? Go with God, be at peace, and may God be with you. Because at this point, now I realize if I keep going, I know I can never be God, I can never be Jesus, but I can do everything I can to please Him by doing the right things.
Yes.
By one, stop feeling sorry for myself, stop pitying myself, stop self-loathing, just start picking myself up and accept that whatever I went through happened for a reason. It's not to make me bring me down, it's meant to bring me back up.
Yes.
And as there's a saying, God gives His toughest soldiers the hardest battles. And we've been through the hardest battles, and we always come back on top because we're tougher.
That's right.
If we couldn't have done it, then we wouldn't have never had it in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
right.
tell people all the time.
Yeah, and it's not about having a perfect circumstances or a perfect life. Like nobody, no matter how much money you have or how much fame you have or how much success you have, like some people think like, okay, when I get this, I'm gonna be happy. Or when I do that, or when I do this, and it's not the reality. The reality is that we are inside. We're separated from our circumstances,
Yeah.
and we are inside as what comes out. The things that we're thinking about is what's going to manifest. The thing that's in our hearts is what's going to manifest. So if I'm constantly just finding some kind of help, I think that's the most important thing. That the moment that we realize, like, okay, things are not right, I'm not happy, I'm not joyful, I don't have what I want, I don't feel successful, whatever it is that you might be dealing with, like even if you have, maybe you're financially stable, you're still not joyful, you're still not happy, like, and I think now with like social media, it's very easy to think like everybody else's life is perfect, and I think comparing is the worst thing. Like comparing is the worst thing that we can do, and if we have to back away from social media, we back away from social media. If we know that it affects us to be looking at other people's 10 seconds of their life, because it's a little image that we get, and I
Mm-hmm.
love being real on my social media. Like I show myself, like yesterday I was showing how bloated I was. Like that's the reality of women, you know
Right. Yes. And that's why the other day I had some like this video I posted the other day. I had people messaging me offline. They were telling me I really love that video you post. They said it was so raw and so genuine. That's the type of person I want to be. I don't want to be disingenuine. I don't want to be just showing all the good. I want everyone to be there for the good and the bad, because they got to understand. I have my bad days too. Like I didn't get accepted into the police academy
yeah.
twice, and I posted a video about it. I said, you know what? I didn't get accepted, but someone else was willing to take me, and now I'm gonna give that person who took me in 110% and the best of myself. And then eventually when I branch out into somewhere else, they're gonna get the best of me. Like no matter, I realize at this point, no matter what I do or where I end up, somebody's gonna get the best of me. Somebody's gonna get 110%.
Yes, that's right. That's amazing.
And I don't hold grudges against anyone either. I'm like, you know what? You didn't want to take me, fine. It's just one door shutting because there's thousands more about to open up.
Yes. And that's a beautiful thing to look at it like that. Like, I am where I need to be. Even if I don't see the results right now, having the faith that things are working out. So I always disconnect myself from the results. And I just keep doing what I think God wants me to do. Keep doing good. If you don't like what you're seeing, keep doing good. If you don't like the results, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And eventually, it's a test. It's a test. And I think sometimes we see the success and we see people doing amazing things, but we don't know what they've been through. And we don't know how hard they've hustled. And we don't know how many things they have to sacrifice. Like right now, it's tough for me. Like my life is literally my kids and my job. And it's the beauty about God is like when you're working with him, he gives you that strength, he gives you that peace. Like I don't need anything else but that. Like I am fulfilled with my business. I get to be in relationship with amazing humans, pour into them, and pouring into them pours into me. Like if we're feeling down, if we're feeling lonely, like that's the enemy. That's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to separate us from people. He wants to keep us away. He wants to then our light, then our everything. And the moment, like sometimes I'm even feeling down, and by me, like my clients don't even know, but somebody will text me like, hey, I don't think I can keep going. And then I pour into her, and it just kind of fills my cup up. And I'm just like, what is this? And I'm like, you got this. It's okay to feel like you want to quit. Like that's part of the process. Part
Mm-hmm.
of the process is feeling like you can't give anymore. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Right. Right. No, you're absolutely right. Because, like I said, when I work with people, like, when I was helping people, Gary go to the Marines and all that, I would say, look, you wouldn't be here if we obviously didn't think you were good enough. We wouldn't waste our time. We wouldn't be putting our time and effort into you if we didn't think that you were not going to be, useful elsewhere. That's why I tell people all the time. I say, like, the reason why I help you out so much because I see that, you're good enough as is. Now, I just want you to see that. I see your potential. Now you see your potential. See me, when I did motivational content, I started in 2018 officially. I was ready to give up. I was ready to say, you know what, this isn't working. I'm not getting no recognition. I'm not getting nothing out of this. But then when I go to my unit, I had people tell me, hey, keep up that daily motivation and that true reconciliation stuff you post. I really love it. And I was like, there's that spark. So I kept posting some more and some more. Then my CO got in on it. My first sergeant figured it out. My gunnery sergeant figured it out, and then it started spreading like that. And now I kept going. You know what? I'm gonna keep posting more and more and more because now they really love what I'm doing. And I got my Marines. They call me, "Hey, Motivator Car, what's up, bro?" I'm like, "Oh God, what's up?" And
Yeah.
every time I really love what you be posting, me seeing what you be doing. I love that. And then my gunnery sergeant called me Motivator Car. It gave me that all the inspiration to change my old Instagram to what I got right now. And here we are, 5 years later. I have not changed my name, and I still keep doing it.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting more and more and more, spotlight from doing it.
Yes.
But you're right. It's all about process, and yes, it's okay to feel like you got to give up. But if you keep pushing, and you keep, if you don't like what you're doing, change it. If you think you're not doing no good, all right, try something new. If you think that is something bad about it, if you think you're not doing good, then do better. Do better what you think you've been doing. And believe it or not, people are going to eventually resonate to you.
Yes, that's what it's all about. I think also like I do social media, so it's very important for me to stay true to who I am, and I'm going to attract the people that are supposed to be with me. And I never really try to compare myself to other people, see what other people are doing. Like I use it as motivation, but I never try to copy what anybody's doing or think, oh, maybe if I do what she's doing, then I'm going to get results. Like, no, like I always just try to stay true to what I think I'm supposed to be doing. And for me, it's very important. Like I want to work my social media around my faith.
Mm-hmm.
So when I meet people in out, I bring them to my social media, which is my virtual world. And on there, it's easier for me to actually communicate through this window than in person to person. So this is a skill that I'm working on, is like connecting with people. But like today I went to the gym and I got 3 Instagrams because I'm just like, okay, I have to connect. Like it's just something that I'm working towards, that now is like I don't even think about it. I'm just like, once you start doing it, then you get that confidence, right?
Yeah.
So my mentor, like she does it, like she goes out and anybody she meets, she's like, hey, I have something for you, because we have either a product that can help you or a business opportunity that can help you. So like today I saw this girl that she's been working in the gym, amazing body, and now I saw her working at the gym. So my mind is like, I have something for you, like this opportunity, you can do amazing things with it. I went, like I didn't even think about it. All I thought was I need her Instagram. Then before I would have been like, oh my God, how do I talk to her? What can I say? Like, no, I'm like, I need her Instagram. And I just said, hey, how are you? How long ago did you start here? And then I'm like, you have Instagram? And she gave it to me. As soon as I got her Instagram, now action. Because I can't, sometimes like if I just get her Instagram and leave it like that, no. So then I just texted her and I was like, hey, I have this opportunity, la, 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 la. And I'm going to keep inviting. So this is my business has really helped me with just getting out of my shelf, and me wanting to do better with my life for my kids. Is like there's no excuses. The excuses are in my head. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
I wholeheartedly agree with you because this right here, this life we're doing, this is a spur of the moment, but I actually do appreciate that we're doing it because, you know, me, I branched out. Like when you reached out to me first and you told me what you do, when you got talking, I was like, okay, business opportunity. I said, we're gonna do live together, and you said yes. I was like, okay, good. Now that I got one foot in the door, don't waste it because obviously you were liking it enough to want to do it, but don't make you don't. But here's my mindset: is whenever I get someone like to want to do stuff like this with me, I bet okay, you know what? Good. I got one foot in the door. They obviously like me enough to want to do it. Now I gotta make sure that because they do like me enough to do it, that I don't waste this opportunity, and that I make sure they know who I am as a person, so they don't just play a big old guessing game about okay, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do. This is why I do what I do before we have our lives. Because I want to make sure that we got we're on the same page. We know what we want to talk about, and also it doesn't hurt to introduce ourselves to each other. So we got a basic understanding of what we do.
Yeah.
It is so far. That's why, because like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm finally, I'm learning more. I'm learning a lot more now. I made my mistakes. I straightened up with my mistakes. I did better now. And I also listen to people instead of just saying, "Nah, I don't need your advice. I'm just gonna do it on my own." Nope, I swallowed my pride, and I listen to what people say, and
Wow.
I take advice.
That's so important. I think that's such a key point. Like for me, has taken a lot of humbling. Like this has been a very humbling experience for me of me like being a student and understanding that I'm not where I want to be. So I need to be quiet and listen to the people that are where I want to be. As far
Hmm.
as my business, that's what I'm talking about, my network marketing business. Like we have a marketing plan. So I am constantly looking at the people that are where I want to be, and success leaves clues.
Right. You're absolutely right because I have people who pay attention to what I'm doing, and they say, "Hey, I like what you're doing, but here's what I think you could do better." And at first, I was like, "I really don't like this. I really hate this person trying to tell me what to do. Like they know what they're doing." But now I'm like, you know what? Thank you because you show me this, you show me that, and I applied it. I'm getting more attention now. I'm getting more, people. I'm really more people into it, and now I'm like, okay, you know what? I really appreciate this person. I appreciate that person. So now, when I make this book, I can put their names in my book because now, because I always remember who helps me, even if they end up doing me wrong later on. I still always remember, what you did for me because I obviously wouldn't have made it if you didn't do good for me or if you didn't do
Yeah.
wrong by me.
Everything's a learning lesson, and everything's teaching us something. Every mistakes that we make, I think, just something that we can learn from, in a testimony that we can share. And that's why I love like talking about my hard times and my heartbreaks, because our stories help other people. If I can, like, imagine Joyce Meyer, we talked about her earlier. Like if she would have just did never opened up and share her story, as hard as it is, and she has helped and changed so much people's life through her story, through her testimony, through her books.
Hmm.
So we all have a beautiful story, and I think sometimes we all grow up like, oh, don't tell people your problems, don't tell people what you've been through, or be quiet. We can't share the bad things. Like no, there's purpose in that pain. There's purpose in going through things and speaking on that.
Right. And Angelica here said it's all about creating great and positive impact in our community. And you're absolutely right, Angelica. It is all about creating a positive impact in our community because I've been thinking because I had a friend told me the other day, even if you got in the military, that's not the end of Motivator Carter. Motivator Carter can do things in the community. He can do great things online. He can do great things wherever he goes. It's not just the military that needs you. Everyone needs you. Just gotta figure out where you want to start off. And she was right because now I'm out here working my job where I work right now. I think I'm making a good impact because I've never seen people get so happy when I'm walking in the room before until I went in the military or I went into this job work right now.
Yeah.
I walk in the room. Huh?
Yes.
I walk into the office the other day. I was like, I said, good morning, everyone. And everyone's like, hey, morning. Like they smile. I'm like, ooh, I never seen no one smile this hard before. And that's right. It's about a great and positive impact. So obviously, I think I'm making a pretty good impact by just being where I'm at.
Yes. A really good speaker that I listen to, Jim Rohn.
Jim Ron,
Jim Rohn.
I look at him.
Yes, amazing. And he always says, work harder on yourself than you do your job. So that's where it starts, working on myself harder
Mm-hmm.
than I do whatever else I'm doing.
Work hard on yourself and your job. That makes sense. Good. if this and this is, I think it makes sense. This and this is clear, then well else, everything else doesn't matter because now it's just literally you're just flowing with it.
Yes.
Because my friend told me the other day, he said whenever you work, he said don't think of, he said a job is something that you just do, and it's not work. If it's only work when you're enjoying it. If you enjoy what you do, then you don't consider it to be work or a job. You consider that a place where you go to have a good time doing what you're doing, and you're making good money out of it, and it flies by fast. And I enjoy what I do. Sometimes I don't even realize that it's almost time for me to clock out.
Yes.
So you're absolutely right.
That's
But
right.
here's something that my dad told me once, and because he's a motivational speaker in his own right, even though he doesn't want to branch out and make everyone else hear it. He one time told me it's better to swallow an elephant whole than to choke on a gnat.
Yeah.
And he said the elephant, that's the bigger picture. That's what you want to be at. That's you want to make yourself better. That's what you want to basically just uplift yourself. The gnat is the people who want to bring you down. You know, the one moment in time where everything went wrong, or just all that is a gnat. That's something you don't need to focus on. Just focus on the elephant. That's what you want. If you stay hungry, you're going to eventually eat the elephant. And he was
Yes.
right.
That's right.
He was he was right. And now I'm still hungry, so I'm still going for another elephant.
Yeah. It was nice talking to you, and I enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
And
me.
huh?
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Oh, before you go, there's something I wanted to tell you. Uh, my Spanish ain't that good, so it's gonna come out very broken. But I'm trying to get better and better at it. Um, Gracias por hacer este vivo motivational camino en Instagram. Ve con Dios, mi querido amigo. Siempre te apunte y seré tu amigo.
Gracias. Gracias por tenerme acá contigo. Saludos a todas las personas que hablan español por acá, que van a ver los videos. Hacen muy bien y que
Gracias.
disfruten lo que acabamos de hablar, un poquito de motivación, de ejercicios. I'm pretty much explaining a little bit of what we did in Spanish because I do have people that are probably going to watch it in Spanish, so now they're going to kind of know. Estamos hablando de motivación, de que todo se puede, todo lo podemos hacer y lograr si tú sigues con tus sueños, pensando en grande y pensando en los pensamientos que estás teniendo. Antes de vivirlo, tenemos que creerlo en la mente. I said before we see it, we have to believe it in our minds as possible.
Right. And I do appreciate you doing that because I'm still learning my Spanish, but do appreciate that. You have a blessed day, and I will be talking to you
Bye.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye, Angel.